I saw a trailer in theaters and I was not looking forward to this movie. Faces of Death is an old VHS tape from when I worked at a video store. It was a series. I believe the series went up to, at least from what I recall, up to part 3, Faces of Death part 3, a series of tapes with both faked and recreations of horrible deaths, along with real footage of deaths. And this movie is actually based on that old videotape. Barbie Ferreira plays a young woman who works at a company that puts up videos. It's kind of like TikTok, but for shocking videos. And she works at this company, and oddly, she has a dark past. What's the dark past? Well, she was actually in one of these videos. She is known as Train Girl. Why is she called Train Girl? Well, her sister died tragically when they were doing a TikTok dance in front of an oncoming train. She works at this company, and he's grown numb to the sex, violence, horrible things that she sees. She thinks one of these videos might not be fake, might actually be a real recreation of a death. And what she comes to discover is someone is recreating scenes out of Faces of Death with real people. And she's on the hunt to track down the killer. Charlie XCX plays a young woman who's a famous TikToker who gets kidnapped by the killer, who works at a mobile phone company, a wireless company, where he's able somehow to go in and track down exactly who people are and get their info, private info and addresses. He tracks down people that are influencers on social media. And in one case, a guy, and you'll love this, Alan, one guy is an Asian man. So we've got some diversity here. An Asian man who is a newsreader. He's a TV host who reads the news. He kidnaps people and forces them to appear in these reenactments that he uploads to this company that puts out these videos. Her character goes on the hunt to find this killer. And I have to give this film credit for a couple of reasons. I've seen a lot of horror films this year, almost every horror film that's come out I've seen. And most of these movies, for the most part, they focus on things like masked killers, The Strangers, Chapter 3, like all these, like, it's a killer, but in a creepy mask. In this movie, we actually see the killer does wear a creepy mask, but he's actually a character. He takes off the mask. We learn he's completely insane. He actually is, there's a method to his madness, which makes him even more haunting. And the killer is actually going to go after Margot herself. He has this roommate who's into horror films, and he actually has the VHS tape of Faces of Death. Now, I did not want to go see this movie. I saw the trailer. I was like, this might go too far even for me. In the screening I was at, I was surprised. It was packed. 5 people walked out. People were walking out of this movie. I mean, it's I've seen a lot of gory horror films. The thing that makes this different is the gore. Some of the like gore videos you see are real. They're based on real things. Now, they don't go too far. But what this movie is really commenting on is our thirst for attention and social media. There's a line near the end that the whole audience burst out laughing, because it's like a very meta thing about this kind of attention that people seek. It's got great social commentary on the current narcissistic state of social media. wrapped in like horror film lore, and it's even commenting on reboots and sequels. I loved it, did not expect to love it. Not going to be for everybody. This movie is not going to be for everybody. But if you love horror and you like a little, like horror when it's at its best, comments on what's in the culture, but never preaches. And this movie does that. It's even comments on horror films themselves. Did not expect to love it. And Barbie Ferreira is, she's in an upcoming movie. We saw her, and Bob Trevino likes it. I guess she's in Euphoria. I don't watch that show, but was surprised that I really liked Faces of Death, and I recommend it.